kitchen. Today I'm going to be recreating a Starbucks drink order from one of my subscribers. The drink request is The drink request is a hot white mocha with 1 or 2 pumps of cinnamon dolce. I am all about saving money by no longer going to Starbucks or coffee shops every single day. I used to go to Starbucks every single morning for a nice coffee, and I just kept seeing the prices increase and increase and increase, and the quality decrease and decrease and decrease. So I vowed to start learning how to make my favorite drinks at home, the white mocha being one of them. So I want to teach you all how to make your favorite drinks at home. If you have a Starbucks drink order recommendation, drop it in the comments and I will recreate the drink for you. I did ask this person if she had an espresso machine and she said yes. So that's what I am going to use today. Note, you don't need an espresso machine to make this recipe at home. You can use instant espresso, you can use a Nespresso machine and an Aerochino to steam the milk. You could also just microwave milk and then use a handheld milk frother to steam your milk that way. I'm just using an espresso machine because that is what she has and that's what she's using to create this drink. And hopefully it inspires you to make your own white mocha and maybe try it with some cinnamon dolce flavor in it too. So ingredients you will need, number 1 being a white chocolate sauce. I love the Torani white chocolate one. You need white chocolate sauce, not white chocolate syrup if you want it to be closer to Starbucks. Starbucks has a sauce, not a syrup. So you need white chocolate sauce. The difference between the sauce and the syrup is there's different ingredients. The sauce has dairy in it. The syrup does not. The sauce is like a thicker texture. Syrup is more liquidy, super easy to blend in water. So just keep that in mind that the sauce and syrup are different. You need the sauce. So this one you can find at any grocery store. You can find on Amazon, Torani website. So many places you can find this Torani white chocolate sauce. You need the sauce for a white mocha. Next up, because we're doing 1 to 2 pumps of cinnamon dolce syrup, I'm using the Torani brown sugar cinnamon. One of my favorite syrups. You could also try buying a cinnamon dolce syrup from a Starbucks location. I've never had any luck being sold a syrup bottle, but lots and lots of other people have told me that they have had luck buying one. So I've heard that if you go into a Starbucks at Target, they might sell you a bottle for about, I don't know, 12 bucks, 18 bucks, something like that. You could also buy the cinnamon dolce syrup from Amazon directly. It's expensive though. It's like, oh man, I don't remember how much, 50 bucks? I don't think it's 50 bucks. We'll see. I'll look it up. But you can buy that from Starbucks, or at least you could the last time I checked. They might not sell it anymore, I don't know. But if you are like dead set on that cinnamon dolce syrup, totally cool. You don't have to use a Torani one, use a Starbucks one if you can get your hands on it. Torani also has a French toast syrup that you can find on their website or on Amazon that is similar to this brown sugar cinnamon with a less intense cinnamon flavor. So if you've tried this one, you're not a fan, French toast is a better option. I'm gonna use the brown sugar cinnamon because I love it and I don't think the cinnamon is too strong. Next, you need 2% milk to go with the exact recipe from Starbucks. They use 2% milk in their white mocha recipe. If you don't like 2%, use 1%, use almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk, whatever kind of milk you like. Then you need some whipped cream and you need espresso. Espresso is not something you can just buy from the store. Unfortunately, you have to make it at home. There are various methods you can use to make espresso. I'm using coffee beans. Ta-da. Coffee beans. These are the Wahine beans by La Cajava. They're a blonde roast. I like a blonde roast or a medium roast. These are my favorite beans ever. I'll link them in the description with my discount code if you are interested in trying a new type of beans. These are gold, okay? Like the best. I used to always get the Starbucks blonde espresso when I would go, and then I started to not like their blonde espresso beans. I tried these. You'll never want to go back, okay? But if you love Starbucks beans, cool. Buy the Starbucks blonde espresso or their signature espresso beans, whatever kind you like most. So buy their beans, grind them using your machine, and then make your espresso. If you don't have an espresso machine, use a Nespresso machine. They have Starbucks blonde, medium, and dark roast pods. You can use those. I used to use those all the time. I also like the cinnamon, the double espresso dolce, the double espresso Cairo, and the double espresso, I forgot the other one. Oh man, I don't remember the other one. Dolce, Cairo. Oh well, there's another one I like and I'll link it in the description. Use an espresso pod if you're using your Nespresso. If you're using instant espresso, just mix some instant espresso powder with water. If you're using a mocha pot, get your ground coffee, add some water, use a mocha pot on the stove, or use an AeroPress. You can use an AeroPress, add grounds, add water, plunge it down. Those are the ingredients you will need: espresso, brown sugar cinnamon syrup or cinnamon dolce syrup, white mocha sauce, 2% milk, and whipped cream. That's it. This is super cheap to make. Honestly, super cheap. Let's dive into the recipe, starting with making espresso. Move on over. And I'm gonna go through my process, okay? Your process might be different. Maybe you have a different espresso machine. Totes cool. Use what you got. I'm gonna turn mine on. First thing I do is I take out my little kitchen scale and I turn it on. This is a scale and a timer in one, which is ideal for making espresso. So you not only weigh out the beans, but then you can time your extraction and see if things are going great, going wrong. I do 18 grams of beans for a double shot of espresso. And that's what I'm making today, so I'm gonna weigh out 18 grams of beans. 18.0, that's what I want. And then add these to the hopper to grind. Grind, grind, grind. And then actually before I grind, I add, this is a dosing funnel. This just creates height on the portafilter. Coco, scare the crap. I'll wait. Enough. What are you gonna do? Tough guy? Oh, you're so tough. Oh, so tough. Nobody's jumping on my turf. Dosing funnel, portafilter. This is a bottomless portafilter. This does not come with the Breville. You don't need a bottomless one. It just looks cool coming out. And then you can see if there's any channeling or inconsistencies in your like distribution in the portafilter or in the basket. So that's why I like this one, but you don't need a bottomless one. I will link all the tools below if you're interested in them. This is a dosing funnel. It goes on top. You just screw it right on top. So now instead of being, you know, this tall, it's this tall, which is gonna be good for our next step after grinding when we're stirring the espresso. We don't want the coffee grounds to come out of the basket. So grinding the beans, bloop. And you wanna grind until you hear a screeching noise. That means there's no more beans left in the hopper. Do you hear like the higher pitch screeching? That's what you want to hear. All right, and then the next tool I'm using is this espresso stirrer, also known as a WDT tool, or a weight distribution tool, I think is also what it's called. And I'm literally going to stir the espresso, like so. We're stirring to break up any clumps that happened in the grinding process, because as the beans are grinding, they're kind of falling on top of each other, and that can create clumps. So we want to break those up. You can stir quite aggressively. And again, the whole point of this dosing funnel is to make sure that the grounds aren't falling out while I'm stirring. So yes, I do think it's very, very, very important. I think this step is very, very, very important. If you're not doing this and you're wondering why you're having channeling or inconsistent shots, it could be just because you got clumps and you got to break up them clumps. All right. WDT tool goes away. All right, and then take off the dosing funnel. Should be nice and fluffy. And then this might be kind of hard to see because I'm going to do it on the edge here. I take this tool. This is a tamper and a distributor. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute the grounds using this like textured side. If you look at the flip side, it's flat. This is textured. This is like a little weight. This thing is heavy, okay? Just so you know. And I'm just going to put it flat on top of the grounds and twist. And the little ridges are going to hopefully evenly distribute the coffee within the basket. Lift it, flip it, and we tamp using the flat side. Just drop the weight down and push, and I do rotate a couple. The Breville comes with this tamper. I was getting lopsided, uneven tamps using this, so then I bought this, and it was a game changer. Game changer! And then the next thing I do is I just lock the portafilter into its little home in the machine, ta-da, and we clean up. Clean up, clean up. Next step, coming back to using the scale, because I want to weigh the extraction and how much espresso output I'm getting. Add the cup, tear it out, and then we can put it underneath. And then I'm going to time this extraction process. I'm looking for 20 to 30 seconds. And I want, because I used 18 grams of beans, I want to get 36-ish grams of liquid output in return. So that's why I weighed the cup, because we're going to weigh the espresso liquid output after. I'm going to push start on this timer. At the same time, I push this double shot button, because again, we're trying to extract a double shot. So start and extract. And we chill. Actually, I want you to just come see it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Stunning. We're at 26 seconds, just so you know. All right, so it's about 26 seconds. We want to see how much this weighs. Looks like a lot. 44 grams. We're looking for 36, so 44 is a bit high. That means it's extracting too fast. So a couple things that I could do to make this just a slightly better extraction. One, I can grind finer, which I'm currently at 1, which is the finest I can grind. So I can't grind finer. I'm already grinding as fine as I can. 2, I could add more beans to the basket. So I'm currently doing 18 grams. In order to build up more pressure in the basket, you can do 18 and a half, 19. Adding more pressure in the basket is going to make it a little bit harder for water to push through. So it could slow down that extraction process. I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's not going to taste bad. It just is pulling a little faster than I want it. I think we need to like reprogram the Breville, because I mean, we're literally at the lowest one and the finest grind, and it's still pulling fast, which is fine. And I'm just showing you the real deal and how to make adjustments based on what you're seeing with the espresso. But it's not like you're going to throw this away. Don't throw this away. This is great. This is fine. Next, what we're going to do is steam our milk, because we're doing a hot white mocha. So using a milk jug and my 2% milk. Does this drive anyone else just bazonkers crazy? I hate these things. I hate these things so much. Story of my life. And then in your pitcher, you want to fill the milk to the bottom ridge of your pitcher. So there's like a little spout right here where my finger is. You're going to fill the milk to that bottom indentation on your spout. Ta-da! And I think I'll bring you over here again to show you how I steam the milk. We want this to be steaming like this. Turn it off, put the jug in, tilt, and turn it on. Lower the tip until it's on the surface of the milk to create some bubbles. And then bring the jug back up. Hold it here until the jug is too hot to touch. Ooh. Oh, baby, it's hot. Count to 3. Turn it off. Get your rag and wipe it. And then purge. And then wipe it again. Ta-da! All right, and the milk, we don't want it to have bubbles. So if it has some bubbles, no biggie, just tap to get rid of some of those bubbles. And then swirl. And you really want it to be a real beautiful, velvety, glossy type of texture. Gosh, it's so pretty. Looking good. I'm not a milk steaming pro, but I do try. So glossy. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Now it's time to assemble the hot white mocha with a couple pumps of brown sugar cinnamon. First things first, adding in the Torani white chocolate sauce to the bottom of your cup or your mug. And then I'm adding in just a little splash of the brown sugar cinnamon. If you use the pumps, cool, use the pumps. 1, 2. I just kind of eyeball it. And then add in espresso. And then I like to mix the hot espresso with the white chocolate sauce just to make sure it does fully dissolve. Perfecto. And then I take my steamed milk. And then the steamed milk, which I still have like a good thick layer of foam. It's fine. It's fine. And pour that in. Beautiful, thick texture. Ooh, very nice. Oh, yeah, see the plop of foam? It's fine. It's fine. Stunning. Take a sip though. So good. And then add whipped cream. Ta-da! I'm gonna take a picture before it. Uh-oh. Nice. Official taste test of this hot white mocha with cinnamon dolce syrup. Heavenly. Oh my goodness gracious, so good. You know, it's hard to beat a white mocha. Like it's hard to beat it. It is so stinking good. So good. And I don't drink them hot very often. They're delicious hot. And I love the addition of the brown sugar cinnamon. Delish. Hot white mocha with cinnamon dolce. Delish. Honestly, so fabulous. If you want to make this an iced version instead of hot, just skip the step of adding milk to the jug and steaming it. Just do white mocha, brown sugar cinnamon syrup, espresso, mix, then add your milk, cold milk, just straight from the jug, gallon, add ice, and then whipped cream on top. The only difference is you're not steaming the milk, you're just using cold and adding ice, but the exact same recipe, method, everything. 10 out of 10, fabulous recipe. I hope this video showed you how easy it is to make your own favorite drink at home. If you have a Starbucks drink recommendation you want to see me recreate, let me know in the comments and I will recreate it for you. Cheers to delicious at-home coffee and saving money, and also consistency every single day. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have a beautiful day. Mwah! God blast!